Hello, in this lecture we are going to design the maze. Before we start designing the maze, I want to change one more property for the panel control. So make sure you've got the panel control selected and make sure it says panel 1 in the properties. What I want to do, I want the user, whoever's playing the maze game, I want the user to be able to see the edge of the maze game. So to do that, we need to give it a border that is visible. So I need to go to the border style property here and need to change that property to fixed 3D. And then click on the Save All button. And that should save all the settings. So let's start designing our maze. We are going to use labels to design the maze. Labels are not normally used for things like this. They're used for labeling, but you can also use them for other stuff as well. So make sure you've got the panel selected because you can see it in the properties pane, and let's add a label. So click on the toolbox and in the common controls, expand that, and just there should be one for label. You can either drag or double click. Just drop. Okay, so we've got a label. All I need to do is change some properties for the label. At the moment the label cannot be resized, so we're going to start by changing the size property that will enable us to auto size the label. At the moment the auto size is set to true, so we need to change that to false, and that will give us room to resize the label. Next thing I want to do is get rid of that text that says label 1. So on there should be a field for text. We'll just scroll, there you go, just delete that text so it can be empty. Next thing, I want to change the background color. So look, there should be a field that says back color. Click on that, click on the drop down, click on web, and then select the color you would like for the background. I'm just thinking what I'll like a purple, blue violet. I'll go for blue violet. So now our label now looks like a rectangle. So we're going to create several copies of this, and we're going to, this is an horizontal one. We're going to also create vertical bars that will act as walls for the maze. So let's create several copies of this. So just click, highlight that, go to the edit menu, click copy, right click, and we paste it a few times. Okay, again, all right, few again. Okay, so you can do as many as you want. So the design of the maze is purely your own creative taste. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of them and turn that into a rectangle. So I'm just gonna drag that along a little bit, resize that. So I've created the vertical version of that by just resizing that. So now I need to make several copies of this. I'll go copy, paste, just paste that a few times. Okay. All right. So now I can start using the vertical and the horizontal rectangles to start creating the maze. The rectangles are resizable as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put a vertical one there and just resize it. You can just resize it by dragging. Okay, I'll leave that there. and I will move this one here a little bit. I'll move that to our line there. I'll drag an horizontal one here like that, and I'll just bring that in a bit, close that like that. I will drag another horizontal one here. Okay, all right, okay, I'll leave it like that, and I am going to bring another vertical one here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move that here a little bit. I'm going to expand this one, drag it to come out here a little bit. Okay, and then this one I will bring over here. I'll just bring it down a little bit and drag that on top. Okay, just something like that. Need to align it properly. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna grab another horizontal one and bring it like that. Okay, I like that. That's coming up slowly. I'm going to grab another horizontal one and I bring it somewhere here. I will render in a bit. I'll grab a horizontal one, bring it there, and just drag that in a little bit, just a wee bit. All right, and I'll grab another horizontal one here. I just drag that in a wee bit and place it there. Okay, anyway, you've kind of like got the idea how I am slowly building the maze. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and finish this off, and then you can just look at the finished product and build yours based on that. But the process, the building blocks are the same. So you saw me create the vertical and horizontal rectangles, and you saw me put them together. So, and the bars, the rectangles, the vertical and horizontal rectangles are sizable as well, and you can always create more if they're not enough. Just copy and paste. So this is my finished product. This is what my maze look like at the moment. One more thing I need to do, I need to add a finished point. So I'm going to add a label, a traditional label. So I just drag that here. All right, make it drop down here. So this is a label. So this is the traditional use of a label, just to label a text. While you've got the label selected, just change the text to finish. Okay, and it should say finish. So this is the traditional use of a label. So that's it. So let's test our design by clicking on start, so we see what it looks like. Excellent. So this is what the maze looks like at the moment. So if yours looks closely like this, then you know you are on your way. So you've done well. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly like this. It could even be better, but you know, use your own creative skill. The objective is just to create something that looks like a maze that you can move your mouse through until you get to the finish point. So that's it for this lecture. In the next few lectures, we'll be writing the code that will bring this to life. Thanks for watching. Bye.